What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me as always, little brother Jay's Bro Shot. How you doing tonight?
For our podcast sake, we're doing great over here. How are you?
I'm doing good. And back again, joining us, our special third man. It's our guy, Chuck. What up, Chuck?
Who's the third man? Who's the third man?
What up? What up? How are y'all doing?
I can't
Long time no see.
Right, it's been too long.
Too long.
So let's say what's up to everybody here in the chat.
What's up, Blake?
What's up, Snake Eyes?
Howdy.
David Thanos doing his civic duty. Jury duty.
Ooh.
So much fun.
Oh, and that means stuck on jury. That means he actually had to sit through a trial. Now, sitting in the waiting room all day, just, all right, when am I getting my $30 a clock out of here? Call it a day at 2 o'clock. Now, that means I'm actually there all day. All bad.
What's up, Jay Parks?
What's up, Pox?
MLC Turtles here. Hello, everyone. And a very special hello to Mark A.
Hello, Mark A.
What's up, Mark A? King Collector. Royalties here. The king is in the building. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Blake Tarpley. Hey, Jeff, Jason. Chief is not here. He's taking a nap. He's tired and exhausted. But Chuck is here and he's chilling, ready to go.
Yep. Ready to go, ready to roll.
Got the good lighting too. This is a pro here.
Absolutely. No funny mic either. What's up, Lawson Wallace?
Let's go.
Michael Solis is here. What's up, Michael Solis? Everybody's happy to see Chuck back in the building. Has it really been that long since your birthday? Wow. Man, that's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Too long.
We're closing in on this HasLab Snowcat Tier 1 of Lady J. I'm excited.
Is it 10,000 or?
It's 10,000 to get Lady J, then 12,000 to get the Bivouac, and then 14,000 to get Arctic Flint. We can do it.
Over on Friday?
No, it's over tomorrow at midnight. So basically, yeah.
All right, Jeff. So how many are you gonna bring in tomorrow? Gonna be like 5,000 on the stream.
I'm going to be on. I'm going to take a little quick break after the normal break, the normal live, and then I'll come back on around 11:30. I'm gonna do like Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve. Come back on 11:30, and then count it all the way down.
Okay.
Chief, Ashley, quit for real. Like, Chief is always exhausted.
Always.
Hey, I have not gotten up. What time does he have to get up? He has to get out of the house, start waking up at 2 a.m. So has to be at work at 4. So yeah, that's a life.
It's a life. Maurice Phillip, what's going on? Good times on you as well.
Howdy.
Jamelin says, "What is up, Chuck? It's good to see you, Norris.
It's good to be seen."
Exactly. Flint, here we go. Trevor Lyles, American Bandstand. Well, I mean, since we're counting down to midnight, I went with the Rockin' Eve. But yes, it's almost here. And as usual, there's a ton of stuff that's gone down since last we spoke. Weapons took over the box office. Have you seen the trailer for this one?
Yes. I'm still trying to figure. It's kind of weird because I'm intrigued by it, having the little kids just running out scared, because little kids freak you out, especially in horror movies, because you don't know what they're doing. Especially after watching Pet Sematary, like I'm always like, when I see a little kid, be very afraid.
Gage likes to play games though.
Gage is a
play games, Gage.
Ooh, let me see who else now. I will trust it. No,
hey, you still haven't watched The Orphanage yet, have you?
The Orphanage?
Yes.
Yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. That was one of Guerrillo's early works.
Yeah. That's when yeah. Somebody can tell me where I can go see that.
Because you're faking so hard. That thing is like, whoa. Let me see if I can pull this
Wait,
up
is
for you.
Orphanage the one with the girl who's not really a girl?
No.
Okay.
Here. No, you're talking about
Devil's Backbone. No.
jeez. Girl from Orphan is that one.
Orphan.
Oh,
Okay.
Orphan.
Yeah, okay. That's why I was like, wait, I'm like, I think I would have tried. But yeah.
I feel like maybe there's two different versions of the Orphan. No, this is the one. Okay. Yes. I'm putting up the poster. Is this the same one I'm talking about? So this is let me make sure this is the one. Yes, okay. This is it. This Joker is legit like hey, what's going on? What's that noise out there? Is that kind of horror movie. Great. And I was like, huh.
Is this
that was what this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I made the choice to watch that by myself. And where I was watching in my old place, it had this very long hallway to get to the bedroom. And I would normally watch stuff in the main room. And so that hallway was seeming very ominous as I'm watching this movie because it's all about stuff in the distance. And it's like, maybe I should turn on the bathroom light down in the hallway.
Yeah, that's enough of a distance where you're sitting on your couch like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was one that actually creeped me out. And The Strangers, the first one, that one really creeped me out too. But I actually saw that one in the theater. That one was kind of creepy just because it's like, why are they doing this? You saw that one too, right?
Which one?
The Strangers.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, let me pull that picture up. Because they've done like a million different spinoffs now. Liv Tyler was in the first one with Luke Wilson.
Orphanage is a horror movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was produced by Del Toro. I thought it was directed by him, but it was produced by him.
No, it is. Yeah, I think it's one of those deals where it's like we'll throw his name onto it to get everybody watching it, but I don't think it's. Y'all are whack. All right, so here's this. Even though we get the big, oh no, this isn't available in your country. This is The Strangers.
Wait,
and
wasn't this in theaters?
Yeah, it was in theater.
It's a series.
Well, this was the first one. This is back in 2008. I know they've done several, but this one really creeped me out because it was. If you haven't seen, I won't spoil anything, but it was certainly one of those deals where it's like, not digging this one. Jalen, I've never seen a trailer for Weapons, but I watched the film over the weekend. What did you think? Cage just wants to play, Jace.
Cage is a trip. Yeah, but back to what your actual question, I actually do want to see it. I mean,
what's up, Mark A?
Especially, you say Josh Brolin said, "Hey, I trust. I don't. If the script's good, I'll go in and no matter what the genre is." So him actually signing up for that, I was like, okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Did you see it yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I don't. Oh, I couldn't get to the screening. That was basically it. Children of the Kids, Lord of the Flies Productions. First creepy movie I remember seeing was Village of the Damned. Who's in that one?
Christopher Reeves, I think. Christopher Reeves.
Lost, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was different and well made. However, somewhat unfulfilling. It isn't for everyone, but I'd give it a thumbs up. All right, Jamelin. You tend to have pretty solid taste in horror films. I will trust your judgment on it. Plus those shining kids, the Shining Poltergeist.
Oh gosh, yeah. See, I didn't see The Shining until the pandemic.
What's up,
Lefty? And then when I actually saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is well-deserved reputation. It's
The Shining?
Yeah.
You
Which one
didn't
did
see
you
The
see, the
Shining till
original?
the
I
pandemic.
never saw. I mean, unless it was because that was my horror movie until probably until later on as an adult used to be like the Freddy, Jason's kind of slasher gory movies. It didn't get to those classic 70s horror movies until like now I'm catching up on them. Like, oh, okay. Somebody tells me something's good, I'll check them out. That's why when Chief says, hey, this is a really good werewolf movie, I write it down. It's like, all right, let me see when I can pick that up. So
But Chief is a known horrorphile, so
exactly.
Yeah, he is.
So last weekend at the box office, Weapons shattered all kinds of expectations. It brought in 44 million. Freakier Friday was number 2 at 29. And Fantastic Four, the previous number 1, dropped basically another 60% to 16.8. And then that ticket's total gross to 231 million. Bad Guys 2, and then Naked Gun, which fell about 50%. So its total is 33 million. Superman was number 6. Now it is at 331 million.
Okay, Jeff, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that the movie that all of the people on Big Brother said was the greatest movie they had seen in months wasn't great?
They only say that because they are stuck in the house, and it's the only time they can watch anything. I get so annoyed when they do these TV shows and movie. Hey, because I mean, they've got the most captive audience. It could be the worst movie ever. That show is so funny. It's incredible. It's like y'all are already bad actors. No, I don't know who voted him out, but man, when they have to try to plug something, they're awful.
I mean, that's why when they actually come out of there, you don't see a big following of them for social media. Like, hey, we need you to do some advertising. Like, nah, we saw your line. It's not great.
Yeah, it's awful. I did see the others with Nicole Kidman.
One of my favorites. That is one of my favorites. That movie has such atmosphere, and that was a great one. Yeah.
Oops. Maurice, I think it's had a couple remakes since that one. And Lawson said, I used to stay up late and watch Chiller and the Late Late Show that showed 50 sci-fi and vintage horror flicks like Universal Monsters, etc. Well, I used to stay up late and watch Rhonda Shear.
Jeff, that wasn't to watch the movies.
Wait, they showed movies too?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciated USA. They knew probably who their audience was. So like, okay.
You want to say all night. It's how I first saw Night of the Living Dead. Nice.
Yeah, I think 2 seconds ago, what was it? I tried to watch Evil Dead, the remake, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to watch this mess, man. Like, I watched Evil Dead 2, and that was still just, nah, this ain't where I want to go.
I got to see that one in the theater. It's not as good as the original, but it's good.
Okay.
Speaking of long-winded franchises, I watched Jurassic World Rebirth this weekend.
How was it?
Well, you know, I find this franchise very interesting because now they're just in the trading out one Marvel star for another. So we had Star-Lord, and then we had Star-Lord and Gwen Stacy, and we swapped them out for Black Widow and Blade.
Oh no.
What did you say? No,
I said Heimdall.
they don't all look alike, okay? All right. Blade. With the man who would be Blade. Mahershala Ali. Yes.
All right.
And have any of y'all seen it?
No.
So I really enjoyed this one. And in large part because Scarlett Johansson looked like she was actually having fun in a movie where, like Black Widow, where it felt like, all right, I got to do this thing, even though nobody else knows my character's dead. But yeah, it's going to be great. And this one, she's like having a good time with her character. Her and Mahershala Ali have really good chemistry. Okay. And Jonathan Bailey, he plays that scientific, nerdy prototype character fine. And what's interesting is, you know, Mahershala's character is the captain of this boat that's going past this no sail zone to get to the island where there are dinosaurs. This series continues to amaze me with the one thing that continues to boggle my mind. Why are y'all still making dinosaurs? But this one actually does it in a way that's fun. Gareth Edwards directed this one, the Rogue One director.
Okay.
And it's really cool the way he does some of the action sequences. They've got more than one black guy. So I was like, all right, Mahershala, you have a covering. As long as dude number 2 is still here. Right. I was like, huh?
You gonna make it.
Right. You're good. We got one to take out. But that'd just be crazy to take you out. And but it was fun. I liked it. I think it's just now on digital, but I think next month it comes to 4K, Blu-ray, all that good stuff.
Where did you see it? Did you go to the theater and see it?
It's on digital now.
Oh, you made the choice.
Yeah, it's not that expensive now. It also had a little kid character with a fair amount of lines who was not annoying. Absolutely.
Oh, see, I was trying to figure out how they were going to shoot. I saw them shoehorning the little kid and family in there. I'm like, oh, come on.
The family actually works. Because it is funny because I'm like, oh boy. I mean, she might as well be wearing a big sign that says, cute little kid, can't kill me the whole movie. But I wasn't annoyed at all by her. And I was like, because she's not doing that typical bratty kid thing. Well, listen, adult, you're not going to tell me what to do. And she's not like that at all, which was like, why can't y'all do this more often with little kids and this stuff? They don't need to talk like adults. She acted like a kid, and I didn't want her to get killed because she was fine. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let me go back to the chat here. I think I missed a few. Yeah, Maurice knows what I'm talking about. Lawson, I am shocked. Jace is providing me with new information here that they were actually playing movies during the commercial breaks. Weird.
Jeff, they weren't actually commercial breaks. It was you got to Rhonda, then you got a commercial, and then they played a movie.
Wait a sec. I feel like you weren't watching the show right.
I know.
I mean, it was very clear. Okay. Rick Cage, what's going on? Hey, y'all, what's up? Massage that button at your leisure. Just apply gentle pressure. Maurice, that was around the time we got cable locally, too. I preferred to watch Joe Bob Briggs' Monster Vision on TNT. It wasn't bad. He had something. Was it just on TNT? I feel like he had something that I watched, too. King Collector, did Mahershala survive the movie?
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm not going to spoil something like a character surviving. Y'all know I would never say that made it or did not make it. Now,
can I ask this? Because I think the one interest I have not watched any Jurassic movies since probably the first one, but the idea of Jurassic Park is I can see the main character, the star, getting killed in these movies anytime. I don't think they are
an alien situation.
I don't buy that they can't just we need to move on to the next.
You never saw any of the Chris Pratt Jurassic World?
I was over Jurassic Park after the first one. I mean, really, why? Hey, we have an idea. We have an island of monsters that are not supposed to exist. We don't really have a way to get rid of them if they go wild. So, yeah, let's just do it again. Run that back. No thanks. It just sounds too stupid for me.
Just put King Kong on it.
Who would do something stupid one time and then after a couple of years decide to run it back again and see if you get different results? Who's that freaking stupid?
Those are those.
Not me.
You got to just shut your logic, that logical part of your brain off, and enjoy the monsters. But to your point, in that first movie, you never knew who was going to get it, right? Like, but they didn't have a lead. They didn't have like a lead. They did kind of, but not really in the first one. But the Pratt series did, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
But even with him, there was a couple times where I was like, "Oh, is he gonna make it?"
Right? Yeah. Like I thought his films were pretty good. I mean, the whole premise of it is insane.
Right.
It's like, oh, come on. That makes no sense.
The crazy thing is, like, it's bad enough they're bringing dinosaurs back. now they want to take the original dinosaurs and make them even more terrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
How can we make this thing more deadly?
It got out of control once, but I'm sure we can do it again.
Right.
Mankind would never do that. At least Americans would never do that. America would never do that.
We're smarter than that.
Are we? King Lecter. Ali was in so much danger in the trailer. I can't see him making it through. Rick Cage. Wow. Okay. Glad you liked it, Jeff. Well, the family is kind of shoehorned in, but they were engaging. They had personality. They kind of split the characters into groups, which kind of broke up the action in a good way. It was. I don't know. I felt like the way they introduced them, I was like you when they came. I was like, what are we doing? But I liked the characters enough that I went along with it. Now I'm sure if they had annoying characters in that group, I'm like, oh please, can some dinosaur just whoop? But since they weren't, and that kind of goes against the whole norm of these films, because you need to have like multiple annoying characters get killed off. So it's like, yeah, that's what you get. Not so in this one.
Okay.
Jalen, Jeff, you do know Up All Night meant you were supposed to be awake all night watching movies, right? I stayed up watching
the show.
Yeah. Phrasing. Rick Cage. I want to see myself as a Jurassic fan. I think you'll enjoy it. Jalen, no one really seemed to guarantee to survive in it last night. It did. I really dug that. I voted for not another Jurassic Park. Well, this is Jurassic World, so you got your wish.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs, aliens, 9,935. We can do it.
I have to say this. Did anyone see Alien Earth? Yeah.
No.
Oh man, I have not. I wanted to watch it yesterday, but I've just been so busy.
Reminds me, I need to set my DVR to catch the rerun on FX.
Yeah, I put it on. I planned on watching it today, but I think I got on a what was it? Beyond the Gates marathon.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Before we get there, now I've made the deep commitment to spend all this whopping amount of time to watch Eyes of Wakanda, all 4 episodes. I didn't finish, but I've decided I'm going against the grain. I'm tired of it. Because I feel like, to me, the only show that I watched ever that really warranted me watching it all at once in a binge format was 24. And I'm finding myself not liking watching TV and this, well, you got all 8 episodes and we watch all 8. Because I don't know. I'm not enjoying that format anymore. Just to sit and binge it. Like 24, when you watch it, it does give you that kind of like, man, I can't believe Jack is doing all this stuff. I'm sleepy watching it. What is this? Hour 12? But I feel like some of the impact on shows is missed when it doesn't have that. And I really feel like that hurt Ironheart. It only had 6 episodes. I felt like it needed to be longer in some regards to give more of the supporting characters some more, so we could care about them some more. But I also felt like just dumping it feels like a dump. Like, here's everything. And it just has that moment where if you're not on Twitter that weekend, or maybe even that week, you've missed all the excitement, all the buzz. But if you're watching something week after week, it kind of has more time to get a following, especially if it's on a streaming platform. Oh, let me go watch it. They've got the first 4 episodes. Let me watch the back half. And so I'm intentionally not watching Eyes of Wakanda like a binge because they just threw it all in August 1st. Here's all the episodes. No, I'm going to watch it every week. I really enjoyed the show despite its shockingly bad reviews on IMDb. And the first 2, now I'm halfway through the series, it's been really interesting. They've done it like an anthology series where it's one story that kind of continues through the generations. But I'm really digging it. My only problem with it, of course, is I feel like there's so much to Wakanda, and I really feel like they could go so deep and so far into it with T'Challa as the centerpiece of it, cranking out stuff and tie it into T'Challa or T'Chaka if you want. But man, it feels like they really could have had a whole umbrella of Black Panther, not an umbrella of Wakanda, and also Black Panthers under this umbrella. But that was
You
my
feel like
one.
the emphasis is more on Wakanda than the Black Panther.
Yes. And I feel like we don't have that with anything else in the MCU and Marvel Comics. It's not like, hey, let's go look at the blue moon. And oh yeah, the Inhumans are here too. Or here's the Baxter building and all the wacky fun going on here. And also there's the Fantastic Four. It's just or there's the block where the X Mansion is. And there are muties here too. It's
Yeah, I almost think it is similar to that with the X-Men because you are following multiple characters, not one centralized character. Wakanda, because they made a decision not to recast, is hey, we should highlight this really cool place that can have multiple superheroes come out of it, but we never know when it's going to happen. I mean, technically, in the comic, there's only one. You're getting Black Panther because you got one heart-shaped herb, and that's it. But because we've decided not to recast, we have to talk about all of the past and interesting, stuff from Wakanda. Now, I was watching, what was it, TNT this weekend, and they had a Marvel movie marathon. I got sucked in.
How? They have commercials.
Because I was tired as hell, and I was really like, you know what? I'm with this. And then they put on what was it, Endgame? Not Endgame. It was Infinity Wars, and I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to go get that Blu-ray. We're good.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's go pull out Ant-Man and the Wasp, get that on 4K. All right. And then I found out I didn't have Captain Marvel. Rectify that problem today. It's downstairs. So but I think for Wakanda, you could very much, because like I said, they played Black Panther, and it was, oh wow, T'Chaka had a really cool storyline. We could go with his ascension to being the Black Panther or his father, and it would be cool. I mean, that's, to me, if you want an avenue, that's where you have the world of Wakanda. Like, you can show these previous Black Panthers and how they affected the world, but not letting the secret of Wakanda be exposed to the rest of the world.
Right. Yeah. Or the issues that they were dealing with in their time periods.
Yeah.
So I was, one of my favorite artists is Kevin Maguire. He drew Justice League International, and that was when I really started getting into comic books hardcore, and he had such a great way of illustrating the characters, really making them come alive in a way that I hadn't seen from anybody else. I mean, again, I was just kind of getting into it, and I went way back from that point on, but he's one of my favorites just because he was like, wow, so expressive with his art. He went to see Fantastic Four, and he tweeted, refused to say X, about Fantastic Four. And he was talking about how he liked it. He liked Superman more, but he felt like Fantastic Four really could have been where they used that film as the pivot point to everything else. It seems like Fantastic Four could have been that new splash page. Of course, he's an artist, so he's talking in those terms. Marvel could have said, okay, we're done telling stories from Earth 616, and let us introduce you to our new home, Earth 828. And here's your new cast of characters. Here's your new and significantly less expensive Tony Stark. Here's your new Captain America, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, your new X-Men, but in a chronologically important way. And I was like, wow, boy, that would have allowed them to just do all this without having to do a big event to get to our new. We don't have to go through Doomsday and Secret Wars. You just done that. And that really could have worked, because using the Fantastic Four as the starting block for the whole new Earth would have been awesome. You could have introduced Spider-Man, Black Panther. I mean, because the Fantastic Four introduces so many characters in the Marvel universe anyway. Where if you just use them, There's your entry point to everything. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
why didn't they talk to him before they started all this?
You took me back with that Kevin McGuire, because that was when I started getting into comics with Justice League International. Well, you took me back. Some good times. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't stop through the pages of the Fantastic Four? That really would have been a great vehicle to move some additional, introduce some stories and move the plot forward.
Yeah. And that would have been a great way to do everything all over again, and have you could skew even closer to the comic books in some cases with the Avengers. Doesn't have to be all about Iron Man. Hey, what's this different take on? Just man, it was right there for them, and they could have really done that. And maybe they just go, all right, Secret War is over. Here's our new Earth, and everything goes to Earth 28, like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange goes to this new Earth. I don't know, but I feel like that would be a great way to hit the reset and let the characters that people care about in all their various ways return and start fresh, especially having the X-Men. That way you could do younger teenage X-Men without having to work in all these new Avengers and young Avengers and all that stuff. And of course, that comes with a little caveat that they're gonna have to do some swaps of characters, because there is one thing that's very true of the original Marvel universe, and again, product of the time and all that stuff. But they would have to do a little tweak to do diversity. But of course, in Earth 828, everybody was colorblind anyway, so it was all good. They didn't have to worry about that. They didn't have to deal with, what are they doing here? So I just really thought that was a cool idea and really would have worked well. What's up, David Thanos? You did wake up. Chuck Spears in the building.
Good to see you.
Absolutely. I mean, his stuff, you don't even need words half the time. That's cool too. They need to bring the real Nick Fury. David Hasselhoff? I've been saying sort of the same thing. I'm more interested in more of the Fantastic. You said that last week, right? In their world, I'm seeing them interact with the existing MCU. Yeah. Because it really felt, I don't know, watching that one, and I said it felt like watching the first Avengers film, where, man, this feels really exciting and new. And it did feel weird going through everything that built up the original MCU with the Avengers as a center point. And I know, I feel like if they had done it right, the Fantastic Four could have been the first family starting everything off, because they're all kind of around the same point. Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the Avengers, X-Men, Doctor Strange, Hulk, Daredevil.
There you go. The discoveries of the Fantastic Four lead Iron Man to kind of doing some of the more inventive things that he does. Because that is a cheaper way to do things. And but if you would say, hey, we had finished Tom Holland's story with No Way Home, but that really would have, I wouldn't have liked that. I got to figure out what happens to his character. They would have. Did they have the rights to Fantastic Four after Endgame, or was that a little bit? No, it has to be after. It has to be before Endgame, and I don't think they did at that point. Because to really do a good reboot, you had to know in advance of Endgame. All right, we can wrap everything up and then go to the next part of our universe, and it works out. But
yeah, I'm trying to find, because when they were showing, here it is. They actually had a picture. This is from Facebook. Let me see if I can find. Oh gosh, I hate when they had these images and then it's like, hey, look at so and so's reaction to the pictures. I'm too tired. Let me see here. All right, you'll have to deal with this shoddy picture quality until I can actually find a better one, but you can get generally the idea here of what they were giving us. And I kind of wish we had gotten this look from in the joint. But let's see here. They actually had them in classic costumes, right down to Johnny's hairstyle. And I kind of dig it. I'm like, oh man, I would have loved to have seen them in these outfits too.
Funny because I was looking at Instagram and they were showing some of the behind the scene footage of Superman, and they have David Cornsweet in his outfit without the red tights, and it's like, yo, that wouldn't have looked good. And sometimes it looks good on a picture, but when you actually try and film it, it does not look good. And I think that's probably where they probably tried it for a little bit with the original outfits. Like, this isn't that crazy, but they're like, yeah, we got to tweak it a little bit for a movie because it just plays better.
I got you.
You sound like you don't agree either, Chuck.
No, I see exactly what Jason's saying, because that picture looks great, but then I'm picturing them moving in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing them doing action, and the 4 is very kind of subtle in that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, how should I explain it? Like, I remember when the first X-Men movie came out, and I was like, why don't they just put them in their costumes? But they, you know what I mean? But
what, you wanted them in yellow spandex?
Right.
And Bryan Singer literally has to give everybody the finger, like, just to say ha ha
ha. So yeah, I could see where they had to change them. They had to change it up a little bit, but it does look good, and it's still.
Yeah.
And my main thing is they're all wearing matching outfits. That was driving me nuts. And because they show the costumes, I was able to accept it going into the movie. But I never understood why Reed didn't have the circle. I was like, why is his costume different than everybody else's? And they didn't explain it. But yeah, I just like they're a team. They're not the X-Men or the Avengers. And I would have liked to have seen them, just rock a common outfit. I think they could make that work fine. It's just making it look good. Now, Jamelin said, I would prefer that they just did it. Don't explain, don't telegraph your moves, no big announcements 2 years ahead of time, no phases, just good stories, good characters, good, clean, fun movies. Turn around, ladies. Woo!
It's for the shareholders. I mean, the announcing of phases has been very successful for their shareholders, right, and to get people. I mean, the pre-sales on tickets generated a lot of momentum for Comic-Cons that they didn't go to this year. Gets generated because they're announcing these phases and people get excited.
Also, you have to worry about leaks too.
Yeah, I mean, somebody gets announced as, hey, this person's on cast, somebody's gonna slip up. I mean, it's just, you gotta, hey, we're working on these movies. You don't know what character, but you're in there. But if nobody knows anything, the chance of leaks are just way higher.
Yeah. Has anybody watched Seth Rogen's The Studio?
No.
Well, if you are a movie buff, I would highly recommend it. And just real quick, Seth Rogen plays a guy who gets promoted to like the head of a movie studio, Continental, and he considers himself, a film fan, a real student of film. And the first thing that happens when he gets promoted is his boss is like, I want you to do a Kool-Aid movie. He's like, they had Barbie, we're going to do Kool-Aid with the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. He's like, I'm a little concerned about promoting you because I heard that you're really into film and you want to make art, and he's like, no, we got to make money. He's like, all right, you're the man. And I mean, the whole series is kind of like that, but I was like, yeah, I get it. I really do get it. It's a great show if you get a chance.
What's it on?
It's on Apple.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's some shows I'm just not gonna catch because it's like, oh man, I feel like that was. I know everybody was like, oh, we can get some money, but you're not going to get my money. Because it's just like, listen, when it was easy, when it was on 4 networks, I know Father Time here, but everybody watched one of those shows at 8 o'clock. And that's why people are still talking about Cheers and Cosby Show and Simpsons from back in the day. And all this stuff, it wasn't because, oh, they're the best shows ever. They're really good, but everyone watched one of those shows at 8 o'clock on Thursdays or 9 o'clock or 9:30 on Tuesdays at CBS. It was just nowadays, it's like you could go and never see shows that people are like, oh, it's so great, because you don't decide I need that 8th streaming network show.
Right.
It's just weird.
I've seen a lot of the stuff on the Tolkien stuff. If you have the nice little rabbit hole of YouTube, can have you going through a lot of that and seeing, a show about Melkor would actually be very cool, because I mean he's the one he's a predecessor to Sauron, and it's like, oh, okay, wow, he's a really bad dude. Like, yeah, that would have been, Morgoth. It's like, okay, so that's why. Hey, if I understand why Amazon bought that. There is plenty to mine out of that story.
Too much.
I mean, it's okay. We can start and see if Rings of Power works, and then we can do a prequel to that real easy. If that doesn't cost us, well, it costs us whatever it costs, but as long as the ratings are good, we'll keep printing them out.
Yeah.
What were you about to say, Chuck?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, we don't really have that water cooler culture anymore, because you can watch what you want. I was just trying to explain to my kids the other day, like, there was a time where you had to be in front of the television at this time to watch the show, and if you didn't see it, you had to wait till the end of the season, right? Because you couldn't, you couldn't be involved in the discussions the next day at school, because everybody was, oh, did you see Martin last night? You said it, whatever it was, and now we don't really have that. So it's just weird. Like, you'll hear about a show and you're like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, my girl and I were talking about the studio for probably a month before we saw it. Then we watched it in a weekend, because we loved it. You're like, oh, this is awesome. But, it's just a different culture now.
It's very weird, because it's like we're not as united in a bunch of things, including our TV viewing and what we view. There can be a whole pop culture phenomenon that you just don't feel like watching. Like, there's shows I'm like, yeah, that's great. I'm happy y'all love it. I'm not gonna watch it because I don't want to get Paramount. I don't want to get Apple TV, and I don't care. It is, but before, you had to watch that stuff, and chances are it was pretty good, and you weren't feeling any kind of way about watching it because everybody else was watching it. It's just, that's what you did.
The funny thing is that we made time to watch those shows. Now we can watch these shows at our leisures, and we're like, I don't have time to watch it.
Right.
Because, Jeff, have you finished or started not Mad Men, but Breaking Bad?
No, I watched the first episode. What was the other one? Sons of Anarchy. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of that. There's another one. Oh, I just started watching. I watched the first episode of True Detective. There's shows that I'm actually interested in watching, but it's like, as soon as I'm like, all right, let me go back to watch this show, there's another one that drops 15 episodes, and it's like, wow, thanks, guys. I still haven't watched the second season of Walking Dead: Dead City, and I like the first season.
Oh, that's the second season's out. I think they had the second season of, what was it, Daryl Dixon.
I haven't watched the first season.
I'm just like, I can't watch that. Hey, I don't speak French, fluently enough that I can't. I have to watch the subtitles. So, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You lazy Americans.
Night. Yeah, sure. Take me 30 minutes to find a channel I want to watch. Sure, I'll watch it. Yeah.
I think part of the problem also is that there's so much good stuff to watch because production values have increased exponentially. Whereas, we were growing up back in the day, there was, there were these shows to watch. And now it's just like you got networks built around, shows.
Yeah. Because remember, think about, we had during your fall season, you had your main stories, you had your main shows you watch. And then in the summer, you had breaks that you may catch a rerun. But now in the summertime, it's just completely dead. Now there's shows that are actually coming on in the summertime that show I wanted to catch up on. Well, like Jeff said, somebody else just dropped 15 episodes. I'll catch that. So I'll get to this other show. And I mean, that's why MASH will never be surpassed as the number one, viewed show. Because no one watches shows like that anymore. It might have a lifetime amount of viewing hours to say, but it'll never be everybody comes together and talks about that show. I mean, that's just a dead culture now.
MOC Turtle, I remember that very vividly going, huh? Married with Children, the Tracy Ullman show, 21 Jump Street? Huh?
The Simpsons?
The
Simpsons was after Tracy Ullman. You're like, what?
Yeah.
It sounded like heresy. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, how can you do that? And Jamelin, I wondered the Kool-Aid movie would be as good as Vinny Chase's Aquaman movie. I understood that reference. Oh, man.
That Aquaman movie, it sounded, it was James Cameron on that thing. It was going to be great, okay? Just a little trailer where he's actually pulling off the suit, about to jump in the water. Come on. You would have saw that movie.
Entourage was fun sometimes. Really enjoyed Entourage. That show might have come on right at the perfect time for me to enjoy it and not be pearl clutching, but oh man, I really enjoyed it.
Jeff, you're never going to get an Ari and Lloyd again. That's never.
Lloyd! Yeah, but even then, there's like a group of the population who has not watched it, has no interest in watching it, and it's like, yeah, whatever. Little kids doing Ghostbusters, I'm good, thank you. And
it takes 10 years to make a season.
By the way, I still haven't watched the last episode, the season finale of the last season. I guess that one I'm waiting to have the rest come out. Oh, man, I translated your Stranger Things. I didn't even notice you didn't spell it.
I was going to say, like, what you see now is you'll see shows get really popular, and then it comes in waves, right? Where someone's like, oh, yeah, I just watched this series. Because now we can watch them when we want to watch them, So that if you missed Martin, unless you got what is Martin on now? BET?
Tubi? Who knows?
Tubi.
My brother has it on every now and then, so I'm like, that's the only time I catch it.
They just have it on DVD.
Yeah. Blu-ray.
It's crazy because it's just like having the freedom to watch it makes it so you don't have to watch it.
Exactly.
It's just like,
I'll get around to it someday.
Exactly, and that never happens. I watch this more regularly than any TV show. We appreciate it. Let's see, it might be true for me, James. Literally, only show I watch when it airs is Finding Your Roots. Yeah. Nah, I haven't seen there. Yes, and then Blake and Jamelin have sent me shows to watch, and it's just like, yeah, it's geez.
Yes. Like, The Expanse is on my Amazon list. Then like, oh, let me go watch Countdown. See how this is. Like,
I tried to watch Expanse because the premise seems so cool, but I'll get like 2 episodes in, and I'm,
do you watch Star Trek: The Strange New World?
I just started that.
Okay, that was good.
But you watched every single episode of that, like,
oh gosh, mistakes have been made.
I regretted some of those choices.
But the weird thing is that as much as we did not like that show, it actually benefited from going week to week. So you could kind of, all right, did I not like that movie? Did I not like that? Or am I done with it? But let me give it another week to marinate. Because that was a great, if 24, you enjoy watching it as a binge format, but some of those cliffhangers, I need to let that sit for a week. Because I know you know. You're like, that's not a problem. But I remember watching that live, especially that first season. It was, oh my gosh, did this really happen? And I think it was really definitely season 5. Oh my gosh. Every episode, you needed to let that sit. Like, oh, did that person do that? Oh, crap. So
That show was perfect for binging.
Man, that's mostly because Fox was going to spoil it at week to week if you didn't have it binged.
Find out who killed Jack's best friend. Yo, like they didn't understand that whole concept back then. They were ruining seasons. So mad at them.
But that was the thing. They knew if you missed too much, you would be lost for the season. So you had to jump in quick because there was no way you were going to avoid spoilers. So jump in now, give us those ratings so we can keep cranking these out.
You know how you can avoid spoilers? Don't spoil it in the commercials. What's going on now in 24? Does Jack know a traitor's around? Who knows? Leave it in vague and ambiguous. They were like, this person here was the traitor last week. Find out what Jack does. Does he kill her? Does he kill him? It's like, y'all. Or that terrible season of What If. Absolutely not fully, completely true. I still have the season finale of that terrible season of What If, but I will need clarification from you as to which one is the terrible season, 2 or 3.
I was going to say, 1 was good. The season 2 should have killed your viewing of that whole series.
Chase is right. It takes 10 years to get out of season. I do like how everyone in Stranger Things now. I understand. Oh, true, lost.
When you write, because just think, when we were watching shows, they would do 22 episodes of a series, and it was coming on year. There was no 3-year break to make 13 episodes. It actually doesn't make sense how kind of a show Wednesday came out 3 years ago, and now they're on season 2, but it's again 13 episodes.
I think it's the 3rd season. I think yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's it.
You watch Wednesday, Chuck?
No, I don't watch that show.
You've got kids and you don't watch Wednesday.
No. They're still on Gumball. What's the scientist and his grandson?
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty, yeah. Those are their shows that they love.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Mark A. Hey, some of these weekly release shows, I feel if everyone's watching, still get the water cooler draw references throughout the week, if not the following day.
Yeah, you definitely get that. But when I say water cooler, I meant like the actual water cooler. Like, where people literally will be standing around it, like, hey, did you see last night's episode? Like we don't have that anymore.
No. You came in after at night. The next morning, everybody got to work at, let's say, 9 o'clock. At 9:05, everybody was at that water cooler talking. They were in the kitchen talking about the show. And then they may start doing work around 10 o'clock.
Right. Yeah. Or for those of us that were at Largo, the lunch table, Or
the cave. The cave, yeah. Michael Solis, buy physical media. I do, because I feel like every studio wants to get their George Lucas on and remove things when the tide changes. I only disagree with 2 things he's changed. Why is Hayden Christensen at the end of Return of the Jedi? And seriously, if you had just started off with Ewan and Hayden morphing into older versions, no problem for me. But young Anakin was a killer, not old guy who saves his son. That doesn't even make sense. And then the removal of please alert them to get my star shuttle ready. Instead of bring me my shuttle, I am annoyed. This kid's getting on my nerves. I didn't raise him all this time to just drop down a mine shaft. Gosh. Anyway, I have not finished Fallout.
Oh, that was a good show. Good show.
Yes. See, the problem is there's every other weekend, there's a new show. There's one on Amazon that just dropped with Daniel Day Kim. It looked really good. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. How long is this movie? Oh, it's 8 episodes. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Their ideas, they want you to have more watch hours and instead of making movies, because like Head of State is a movie, you watch it one time, you're done with it. But if you like a series, you're stuck at least watching either 8 hours or coming back week to week, which Amazon is actually good on. A lot of stuff on Amazon, if it's a season, does not get binge watched. It is week to week. Get used to it. We're not dropping it out at one time.
Oh boy. Hey, you want to see a dead body? It's the murder that's being perpetrated on me. Here on the chat. Come on, man. Watch Breaking Bad and then Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul is great. I've heard both of them are great. I just need to carve out real time to just sit and watch this stuff. It's been a weird time. Like, I should have watched some of this stuff while I was recovering, but I was too busy trying to like get back out there. It was like, yeah, that was great time where I could have just watched TV shows and not thought about it. But then I'd have had that impulsive urge to start writing reviews on it, especially since I couldn't walk around too much. And that's where I get into the pit. It's not even a rabbit hole. It is a full-on Sarlacc-sized pit. And I'm like, yeah, I can't watch this because I'm going to want to write about it. Even a show as old as Breaking Bad. King Collector Fox had some really good shows in the beginning. It was a show called Friday the 13th.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with Jason, but it was really good. It's to watch it on Comet. See, like, we've got Pluto, we've got Comet, we've got the Milky Way network. We got all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's like, how do you keep up with this? We got Tubi, we got Roller Toothpaste. It's so much stuff to watch these shows on.
You know, the funny thing is, after watching Big Brother, and they keep saying, hey, you can watch all the seasons of Big Brother on Pluto. I'm like, you do know I'm just going to go back to the brigade, right? You're just asking for trouble.
Well, there are other good seasons on that show. It's just,
hey,
God.
I mean, Dan's resurrection. I mean, I got to watch that again.
Dan's first season 6. There's a lot before these influencers come by. I can't wait to tell you what I'm going to do on my podcast after I get evicted. Blake, look, The Expanse is no She-Hulk. Shots fired at both you and me, Chuck. But I promise when you get 4 to 5 episodes in, you're hooked.
Yeah. I mean, that's what took me a long time for Breaking Bad. It was like, this is okay. And I think that second season got so like, really? What happened? And then after the rough part of season 2 was like, oh, I'm off to the races. Yeah.
Which show are you referring to now?
Breaking Bad. The second season kind of starts off slow.
I like Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, good actor. Giancarlo Esposito, also good. Bob Odenkirk. There's no reason for me not to watch it. It's just simply I will watch it. That is one locked in that I will absolutely watch at some point. I just need all the other stuff to stop coming out. I need like the dam to, maybe a little kid to put his finger in the right. No. Okay.
Come on, say the line.
I can't do that Scarface reference here. It's a family show. But yeah, man, it's just I need the flow of new content to stop for a second so I can go back.
Yeah, but also you have to stop doing podcasts too.
King Collector took me back when you're talking about Friday the 13th, and it made me think about this. Must be a nostalgia night for me, but man, is something about like tuning into a show you knew was coming on. You had your snacks ready, your pizza or whatever. Like it's my show's coming on. That was one of those shows for me, and what made it so special was that was its day. That was my
Friday the 13th on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. David Thanos, you, my friend, have no idea. The Stranger Things kids feel like when you saw Saved by the Bell. The heck, these kids, they're 20s in high school. No. So if you watch All American, they're 30-year-olds pretending to be in high school. I'm like, come on, man. Just
like,
say they're
your voice
college.
getting so deep.
Their voices started off deep. That was the thing. It was like, does anyone here want to tell them they're too old to be in high school? They don't even talk like high schoolers.
Now, is it more Saved by the Bell or more 90210? When you're like,
definitely 90210.
It's time to leave here.
Listen, Gabrielle was
21
like,
Jump Street.
She was bringing drinks in the midday shift. I'm like, listen, those glasses are not de-aging glasses. She looks like she should be a teacher at this school, right. Not a fellow student. Day. Hello, my fellow students.
Who ordered the narc?
What's happening? All Americans the worst on that. And maybe because I was like a similar age watching Saved by the Bell, I didn't think they were as old as watching All American. I'm like, y'all are perpetrating a straight up lie.
Well, Saved by the Bell, actually, they were that age. They weren't like super. I mean, they were 16, 17-year-olds versus 30. Oh,
okay. I'll have you know, I did enjoy and watch and own Fringe because Fringe was great. That was a show I did kind of go through fast.
That was such a show. That was a great show.
It was. You have failed me for the last time. The Brothers 3, LMS style. Let's see here. Where am I going? Okay. Your Honor. You see, that's the problem. He's got too many good shows.
That got canceled. I mean, that was a problem. I actually liked that show, and then it was, oh, where we go from here? Oh, we're canceled. Oh, okay, great.
I mostly tell like the 90210 episode about 401k. What about Don and getting on drugs?
Oh, exploring your pension options.
So, Dad, what do you think I should do about my stock options? Is it time to trade them? Well, Brandon,
my son, I've told you.
Yeah, nothing is must see anymore, Lawson. That is absolutely true. It never goes away. How can we miss you if you don't go away?
Gosh, I need to watch that.
Nothing is must see anymore because it never goes away. That is such a true statement. It never goes away. Right? Because you had a window. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now that window is eternal.
Did I fade out on y'all?
What is going on over there?
Trace is really excited. He's just Boston. I must have been at the impressionable age where it was like, sure, I believe that.
That was like 33.
I didn't feel like they were too old. I guess there's a certain point when you reach a certain age where like, no, that's not quite right. I was not old enough to pinpoint that yet.
We grew up when there was head of the class, and all of them were in their 30s, and we're just, oh, this is what a young crew looks like when you're teenagers. Oh, this makes perfect sense to us.
I missed the spring dance because my sciatica was acting up.
I hope it was just you. Yeah. We were supposed to get some. Boy, that was a perfect announcer's jinx. And so far, absolutely nothing's happened. But yeah, we're all good here. My wife and I rewatched Psych, then Fringe, and we're currently rewatching X-Files. Psych's another show I want to watch.
Now, for any of y'all who watched X-Files, does it look really dated, or you just kind of, the story is so good, you just get over the dated-looking sci-fi?
I think you get over it. I went back and watched Twin Peaks, and I completely forgot about the time. The writing was so good in that show.
Where some stuff does go away, not all of it, but some. That's why if there's something you really like, yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, nah, I'm not messing around with y'all. Oops, this is your last chance to watch it. Why? Okay. Why is it why is it going anywhere?
Again,
it's in the cloud.
Cloak and Dagger and Runaways. Those shows reminded me, I'm not playing these games. I like something, I'm buying a physical copy.
What happened with those?
They were on Hulu and Freeform. And at one point they got switched to Hulu. And then
what's that?
I knew you were going to hear that. I'm like, I knew I just like, can I just keep going, or is you going to point it out like that? So they switched to Disney Plus, and then I watched the whole series, and it was like, oh, it was cool. It even had a crossover episode. It was fun. And then all of a sudden, they just decided to delete them. And it was, hey, you have a streaming platform. Do you really need to get rid of content because it's not watched enough? Or you can just, you have plenty of money on servers. Like, just add some. I mean, you're already raising the price regularly, so we add Disney Plus and Hulu.
Bro,
none of us want. So why not just give us more, make us charge us more money, because you're already going to do it anyway.
I just got my Disney Plus bill, and that's just Disney Plus. That's not Hulu or ESPN. I called them like, what is this? I said, they were like, yeah, that's your bill.
It's like the hell it is.
Real player.
Disney.
Like,
You want your Star Wars and Marvel rando characters, don't you?
I don't know if I want them that bad.
and that's one of those, hey, you didn't lock in the yearly subscription, sir? So, yeah, we decided to raise up your price 25%. Enjoy.
I'm always like, pay that thing and I'll deal with it later. Michael Solis, man, those USA shows were really good. Like my folks watch. And what you were talking about, Jace, another one was Suits. Suits got real popular during the pandemic. It had been gone forever. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's do another one. Dumbest decision. Let's make Suits, but let's do a spinoff. Why? Why not just do Suits? What was that about?
And I'm pretty sure all of the characters beside Meghan Markle would have said, hey, you want to give me another paycheck? Sign me up.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty interesting about that. King of Electric Souls. Yes, I watch Monk every week. Yeah, my parents watched. They would watch those USA shows, and they were good.
Mm-hmm. They watched those more. They had
White
more
Collar,
faith.
Burn Notice. Yeah,
yeah. They had more faith in those shows because especially because USA got all the stuff that would have been on NBC, but they decided to put it there on USA just to see if it gets a follow. And those you knew you almost had 5 seasons of really good shows. But NBC, it didn't find an audience
in 4 episodes.
You gave it 3 episode weeks, man. Like I still waiting on Constantine, the Kate. Like, it didn't find a home. What? Lame.
I was all in on Constantine. I was like, save Constantine. That show was so good. I remember their Halloween episodes. Like, man, they're actually getting this right. I was so mad, and that was right around the time I was like, I'm done with y'all and your new shows, NBC. I'll check y'all on season 2, maybe. And that's what happened with some of those shows. They just started stacking good episodes and seasons because I didn't trust them.
Because Timeless, I stayed with Timeless as long as I could, and it was like, sorry. Mm-hmm.
Sir Jeff is more Rip Van Winkle. No, I'm staying where I wait. What about Van Wilder? TiVo, DVD, VHS, Tubi? No, Tubi actually plays stuff that occasionally I watch. Mark A, hi. I'm still a bit salty that Disney Plus, Disney Minus, when pulled young Indiana Jones while I was in the middle of rewatching the series. That is the exact reason why Maurice and I are on the same page about buying the stuff that you want, because they just randomly decide, hey, let's cut it. Who cares if somebody out there is watching it? And all this stuff has a chance to pull a Suits and magically find an audience that's like, hey, have you watched the show Suits? So
I love watching, what was it, Voltron on Netflix, and then, the license is up. We're done with it. And it was, wait a minute, there's no other platform for this. Why not just keep it on there? Just pay some money and keep it going. But yeah, trash.
Maurice, man, it was so dope because Matt Ryan it was like, wow, he's one of the best casted characters of a comic book character we've seen. And I did not mind them pulling him into everything in the Arrowverse. Like, whatever, at least we got him showing up. But whew, last few seasons of Legends of Tomorrow were a little rough in terms of what is the original concept of the show and why have y'all scrapped it? And why are there no superheroes at all on this show anymore?
We got werewolves.
Gosh, terrible. Lawson's a card-carrying fan of the Randy Disher project. Monk fans will get it. Blake, I wish I could get Spider-Man and his amazing friends. And I know, Amazing Spider-Man from 77 all on Blu-ray. Well, I mean, hey, that's on Disney Plus, though. If you just want to watch it. King Collector, me too. I was like, what happened to Constantine? It was good. Constantine didn't make it, but Grimm made it. How did that happen?
Yeah. The thing about Constantine, that was one I think NBC knew they screwed up, and that's why they released the whole series on Blu-ray. Because sometimes when a show only does 1 season, they just act like nothing was good on it. They don't need to spend any money. But that one's like, Yeah, we might have screwed the pooch on that one.
They have Constantine on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Of course, to that cliffhanger, which I was like, yo, paid off. Oh,
which
man.
one? Okay, which one had the worst cliffhanger to you? I mean, I remember Constantine. I thought the Capes cliffhanger pissed me off too.
No, nowhere, no.
Oh, Nowhere Man. Oh yeah,
Nowhere Man.
that was you had to be salty on.
Did you ever watch that one, Chuck? That was on UPN.
No, Nowhere Man. Was it worth watching?
Great show.
See, I would say yes, but man, so it's about this photographer. He shot something on this old school, so he had a roll of film, and he had some really important evidence, and people were trying to get it. So he was going all around trying to find it, trying to find his wife, and so he was every week. It was him getting more clues. It was kind of like Fugitive, but it was good. It didn't feel so derivative of it, and it was really good. And then we get to, and every episode was like building on the mystery. It's like, this is good stuff, building a mystery. And the season finale came, and I was like, what? And that was it. And so Chief will tell you, I'm not watching the show if I know it's getting canceled. That show's season finale is such a mind screw. And it's like, I know they didn't end the story here, and they do. I almost don't want to tell you to try to track it down, but it's really good. Bruce Greenwood is the lead, and oh man,
yeah.
I
actually looked on
watching From right now, and that's my biggest fear with that is that they're they're going to cancel it before they explain what the hell is going on.
Exactly.
Okay. Did anyone watch? Let me do two things. I looked on Amazon. They have one copy left of Nowhere Man on DVD for $160.
160.
I was like, I mean, there's like a.
Just tell me what happened, bro.
I can't because they didn't.
Now, but you also have to be like, okay, I can just watch it just long enough. Hopefully, they don't, just watch the shows now. Yeah, man, I was salty because I was really about to put it in my cart, like, haha. Oh,
Snuggler, that one hurt.
Oh, yeah, Manifest. Did anybody watch Manifest?
Nope. What was it on?
It was on NBC, but they let it sit on for 4 or 5 years. And then Netflix picked it up and helped complete the story because they're like, yeah, NBC screwed this one up too.
Yeah, I just nope. Any new NBC show just doesn't get watched for me.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Let me go to a few things in the news before we get to our main topic here. So I know you all are ready for this. Let's see. As I do this check. We got Lady J, 10,004 backers. Wah, 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 wah. All right. Awesome. That wasn't the news. But that was exciting news to me. So apparently Noah Centineo is in talks to play John Rambo in a Rambo prequel movie. Thoughts while I try to wrap my head around that ridiculous idea.
King Masters is now John Rambo. No. I mean, because the weird thing is, all right, are you trying to say John Rambo is now a Iraq war veteran? Or are we going to act like John Rambo is in Vietnam?
The movie just leave him alone. Like, just leave it alone,
Better leave it alone.
Just got a big pause.
Someone asked earlier, they said they didn't understand why MASH was so big, right? I saw that question come up. That was big for that period in time. Like, I can't remember what the final was, like 75 million people watched the final episode or something like that. But it was for that period in time, not long after the Vietnam War.
That audience too.
Right. It was the audience and it was what they kind of had collectively gone through. It brought some humanity and humor that they could relate to a shared traumatic experience. That's
good grief. 106 million viewers.
oh, excuse me, 106 million.
Think of how few TVs there were.
Right.
Now that sounds that's nothing, but Super Bowls don't hit those numbers.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's the only things in the top 10 are the Super Bowls. It just took till 2 years ago for MASH's farewell to wrap up. But then like 12, 13, 14, I'm sure all of the Super Bowls are like right there. That's ridiculous.
Right. And Snow Glare says Rambo is inextricably tied to Vietnam. I agree completely. Like, you can't take that character and make him come from Afghanistan. You know, unfortunately, people don't get context. Well, then, you know, then maybe it's a good idea. I don't know. Rambo, some movies just should not be touched. I think that's a bad idea, and I think they are. Every time people say they're running out of ideas, there, like you see something like, oh, you know what? Let's do a prequel to Rambo.
You know,
well, I'm reading on
Rambo.
Deadline said it is going to be the origin story of a young John Rambo during the Vietnam War. So at least one concern is alleviated. They've got that much covered for you.
Okay.
Do we really need to know? Do we really need to know? Because the whole thing about Rambo is who he is in that movie is because of what he went through. So
now you're going to see what he went through.
Now we're going to see him as a cheery disposition, you know, heading off to Vietnam, you know, like it's not the same character now.
What if we toss like this?
What is it? What is it? Rambo, where he's actually trying at the end of it, he's actually trying to deal with the trauma of what he's done in the movie because of what he dealt with in Vietnam. I don't see this being fertile ground to say, hey, we need to shovel some more onto this. Are we going to get a rated R Rambo or
it's going to be PG-13?
I mean, of course it's going to be PG-13. That's the problem. We're going to try and make this sanitized to have a bigger audience, but the audience you're trying to get doesn't care about Rambo. I mean, if you did a Commando sequel, no one would care. I mean, a prequel of Commando, no one would care. Right. This is an 80s character that is done.
Right. You gotta context.
Why is that picture so small?
I mean, that really was weird. I mean, that's a mini fridge Brita water.
What is that you have there?
Oh, you know, so it's one of these things you like put it in the fridge and it automatically fills up with water. You just
so tiny
in there.
Gotcha.
It has a filter, and then you can like put. We're getting all off topic here, but you can put. There's like a cage in there if you want like lime, lemon, cucumber. You know.
That's the whole next level to it, Jason.
Yeah, I see. Got a flavor distiller too. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I can't imagine wanting to see post-trauma John Rambo, bright-eyed and bushy.
Pre-trauma. Did you know they had a sequel?
Yeah,
they had another Rambo on Netflix. It came out, I want to say a couple years back. I was watching my dentist while they were just doing all kinds of damage to my mouth or fixing it. And I didn't get to finish it, but boy, it was I haven't disliked the newer Rambo movies, much like the Rocky / Creed films with Rocky in them. And it was pretty solid. I just didn't finish the movie, shocker. But it was good. Rambo's gonna be like Mortal Kombat when it went to Super Nintendo. Instead of blood, it'll be sweat. Rambo for sweat. Man, I remember that. That was terrible.
That was fun. I actually go over my friends who had the Genesis version. No, he had the Super Nintendo, and I'm like, wow, this one's
exactly Snow Glare.
I mean, you didn't notice when he actually had the nice sip of cognac, you know, early in the stream. Now he's trying to sober it up. I think
gotta level it out now.
That's right. Get a balance. Gotta hydrate.
All about that balance. Gotta hydrate. All right, let's. Oh, one last thing. So, Hayden Christensen getting ready for Ahsoka season 2, and he was at Fan Expo Boston and said, "I'd like to get to do some more Clone Wars there, Anakin too. I think there are a few fun stories there to tell. And if it meant I got to swing a lightsaber with Ewan again, that would be amazing." I'm not going to waste too much time, but yes, give me a full season of Clone Wars or a movie or 3. I'll happily take it.
I think you do movies, him and Ewan, and bringing in Timu Morrison. I mean, yeah, sign us up.
Rex, Cody, come on, man. I mean, this is the thing where instead of giving us something we didn't ask for, do that. Everyone loves Clone Wars.
Everyone loves Clone Wars.
Even if think of how after, what was it? Let's say 15 years, people start, hey, those prequels didn't suck. That was hey, we can make some, instead of spending $180 million an episode on Acolyte, hey, let's just make a movie that has the budget of 2 episodes and we'll be fine.
I like the Unstoppable Machine era because that was fun to me. And they'll take a little knife wound, just put a blade, put it in the fire, and go back to killing stuff.
Coming out of packed earth.
Right. Coming out of mud. It's not like us. We're even like, it's just everywhere. It's just coming all super heroic. And so Timu Morrison is in fact the Timu. Well done, Blade. Well done. Blame Keanu. Whoa. Why blame Keanu? Let's blame Ted, or is it Bill? All right. Let's get into it. So I played, and don't worry, we're still going to talk about Beyond the Gates here. Actually, let's talk about Beyond the Gates real fast. Chuck, now you're a certain age.
50.
Yeah, 50. All right. Did you or did you not at some point in your youth, when there'd be all kinds of studies now, children who watch soap operas have a stunted mental growth, whatever. Did you watch soap operas growing up back in the day?
I mean, yeah, I spent summers with my grandma, so.
It's like, that's all you have to say. I was going to say, hey, did you spend 5 minutes with your grandma growing up? Yeah. Well, you watch soap operas.
Sit down, baby. Watch my stories with me. Days of Our Lives, all my children.
Exactly. Yeah, so Beyond the Gates is a throwback to those days of old. And I'm loving the show. It has insanity, and it's a soap opera. And I finally got Jace convinced to start watching it. It's on CBS, so cue your DVR up. And it's just a crazy show. And Jace, are you still enjoying the ride?
I am. I can't spoil any of the storylines, but I like the characters. I think I think right now my man Bill's holding it down. He is the true sayer. The rest of these people don't understand reality. Bill,
it's all about reality.
He's a man.
So is it supposed to be a true soap opera, or is
wait? How did those words come together in the same sentence?
It's not
a true soap opera. Is it a true soap opera?
I guess what I'm saying, are they self-aware? Are they taking themselves seriously?
No. It's not a meta commentary on soaps. It is a straight up, I'm going to fake someone's death. Oh, maybe I'm not really pregnant. It's a full
Evil twin brothers.
Not yet.
We're getting them all. I mean, we haven't gotten the evil twin, but we have. I know at one point I missed a couple episodes. We got the long lost sister coming from nowhere. We got the fake pregnancy, I'm sure. I mean, if you watch Young and the Restless at 12:30 and then go to Beyond the Gates at 2:00, you're all in. Same kind.
Just saying. And who's your least favorite character right now?
Man, Martin.
Okay. Martin,
You know
not
what?
Martin. Yeah. All right.
Watch.
I'll wait for you to catch up. I feel like I feel like that's gonna change. So yeah. Beyond the Gates. Just check it out for like 2 weeks because they cycle cast members in and out. Like they get a week off or whatever to do whatever else they want to do. And then they come back. Man, King Collector, yeah, I feel like I want to talk to you offline because wow. My least favorite characters right now are the Hawthorns. They're the worst family members ever. It's crazy. All right. Now let's get into it. So I finally accomplished something. I got it done. Watched the house with my parents. My brother watched Dynasty. He taught the girls at high school. Your brother's smart. He understood what's going on early on. So I watched The Last of Us season 2, which is part 2 of the video game. And yeah, some stuff happened early on. I'm like, oh man, maybe I should have stopped waiting for it to go on sale and just played Last of Us Part 2. Chuck, did you play it?
I did.
Great. I knew you would. So a couple days ago, I finally finished that amazing masterpiece of a game. And
The first one or the second one?
both.
Okay.
So I finished the second one. Have you played the second one?
I did, yes.
Okay. So I'm wondering, are you among those other side of the fence where it's like, I can't stand this game?
No, I love the game.
Okay.
I liked the show.
Yes. So I really loved the first season. I thought they did a great job of adapting this really great video game experience. Watching season 2, and I'm like, I'm not liking Ellie. She's a jerk, and she's really reckless. It is like she knows no one can hurt me. I'm the star of the show. She's really a jerk, annoying twit of a character. And and of course, I got some major stuff spoiled. So I was like, all right, let me hurry up and go to GameStop, get a pre-owned version. Hopefully it doesn't mess up on me while I'm playing it. And then so I got to the point where season 2 ends. And I remember when we got to the end of season 2, I'm like, I have absolutely no interest in watching season 3 if they're going to focus on Abby. That sounds like a terrible idea. Then I played through the game and I'm like, wow, the whole invasion of Jackson didn't happen in the game. Weird. Because that was one of the best episodes of season 2. Then I played through and I got to playing Abby's side of the story and I was like, I'm really looking forward to season 3 now. And I bet season 3 is going to be better than season 2 because Ellie sucks. Whereas Abby will probably be a great character in the stuff that happens during the game. If they translate it over to a season, should be really awesome. So what was your gripe with season 2?
It's similar to what you were saying. I think if I were to compare like Fallout, for example, I'm just going to use this as an example. The game Fallout is it's an experience. I watched the show in Spinelli. When you watch the show, you're not expecting because the characters aren't really the same. So you're really just expecting a feeling, right? Like, did they represent the mood? And I think that with especially with season 2, just the focus being on so much on Ellie, it almost became too soap opera-ish for me. It just the world, which is what I'm really interested in, just wasn't it wasn't there for me. So,
and it was really weird watching it, not knowing how the game, like she's a totally different character in the game in the sense where she's not nearly as annoying. Now,
right.
Come a certain part in the game, I'm like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Like, there's a real part. I'm like,
in the game,
yeah.
You're talking about Abby or Ellie?
Ellie. There's a part in the game where I'm like, you don't want this. This smoke that's coming your way, you don't want, and you want it. But yeah, it was just this weird disconnect for me because I'm like, the dude who wrote the game is writing the TV show.
But that's the other thing is that in the game, Ellie's arc is much quicker because it has to be, right? Whereas in the show, they're stretching it out.
You know, it was interesting. Well, I mean, because of course, with this game, they have so much story packed into it where, I mean, of course, it's not going to be a full on episode, but I didn't necessarily like the other characters. I thought were fine, and we got a lot more of them, especially Jesse, who, because I watched this season, I knew don't get too attached. But I really liked how he had a larger role in the show, and Tommy had a larger role. Like the supporting characters had much more to do, especially Jesse, a character who's like, wow, he really didn't have much here on this in the game. But I just felt like Ellie's whole deal was just, she was a jerk, and her transition to a jerk didn't feel earned. And she was doing it to other people, not Joel, where you could kind of, all right, teen rebellion thing. Plus, I've got this whole reason to. I don't know. It was not really working for me. Whereas I think they'll be able to do a lot more with season 3. What are you thinking?
I think the potential is definitely there. It just depends on, like I said, how long are they going to stretch that arc where she stops being the jerk and like starts being more the, like Joel.
MOC Turtle, I found Ellie annoying in the show, but also in playing the game, objected to Ellie's actions, even as I perform them. Discomfort was the point, I think. There was so I was on, because I'm very much a get them back. Kill Bill Volume 1 is one of my favorite movies. So I'm all about payback, the big payback. But I really found, as I'm playing through Abby's section, this stuff that Ellie was doing was kind of messed up. But I also felt like Abby set everything in motion, and she started it.
She did.
Ellie went to it, and I feel like the way Abby did it started everything. Like if she had just been quick and easy,
right?
But her whole, you're gonna sit here and feel this. I think that's where she starts all this that eventually comes back to her. But Ellie takes it and goes, well, I've got even more dynamite. And
hold my beer.
Yeah. And by the time I'm wrapping up to where those whole deals converge, I'm really like, yo, Ellie, this is not cool, man. What are you doing? And
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think for those reasons, like, that's why I'm more of a fan of the first game than the second one, because I liked its straightforwardness, and I felt like they were. I almost felt like they were trying to see how dark they could go, like how much they just want to twist you, and I always respect that when it's done from a genuine place, but if I feel like a writer is just doing it because that's what they're known for, or this is what I got them on last time, it was when you realize what happens at the end of the first game, you're like, man, did that just happen? I'm like, you've never seen that in the game before, And so they were like, well, how can we up the ante? And then it starts feeling a little not disingenuous, but I almost felt like they were just trying to mess with you, make you feel uncomfortable, because I do believe that is the point. But are you doing it because it's coming from a genuine place where you like, let's explore these characters, or you're like, let's make the player feel uncomfortable?
Have they made a part 3?
No.
Huh. Does part 2 end in a resolution? What's it at?
Well, it's resolved.
It's like yes and no.
Okay.
The way the story goes, they could easily keep going with the story. It's just one of those deals where I mean, there's a whole lot of different directions they could go with this story. It's just one of those deals where it's like, well, can you avoid doing what you did with in the second one? And the second one, I felt I liked how they explored the theme of revenge and payback and how ultimately it starts eating away at you. It's that whole go to kill somebody, dig 2 graves, one for them, one for you. And I really liked how that played out in game form. Now I had more beef with some of the supporting characters who were along for the ride and what was going on to them. And there were 2 characters in particular. I was like, listen, I'm okay with everybody else getting this because everybody else had an active role and what started all this. But these 2 characters, something happens to them, I'm going to be upset. And I won't say more. But I was like, So very interesting stuff there. And Michael Solis like what they did with Tommy.
I mean, if you listen to the behind, post episodes commentary from the director and writers, they always say, hey, we like this character, but I wanted to expand on their role because they didn't have a really good. I mean, we thought this was a better character, so we expanded their role. But I think what I hope is they listen to the feedback from the audience. It's
right.
Your main character is unlikable. I hope you guys really adjust that so a season 3 makes a more enjoyable season than this is the role we've taken this character and it's not likable because that's going to hurt. Because that's going to hurt your ratings. It's your main character has to be likable. If I can't get with any of these characters, I'm done. I mean,
a mild spoiler because they kind of show you their intentions. You shouldn't see Ellie in season 3 at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they're going to do, expanding Abby's whole season. I mean, her story is going to be season 3.
Her story is better than Ellie's. Ellie's is more straightforward, and I think Abby has more layers to it, and she has an entirely far more interesting subplot as opposed to, oh, Dina, you're pregnant, and what's going to happen to the baby daddy? And I think the subplot with Abby is way more interesting because it forces her to think differently about some things that are totally unrelated to Ellie, and it really makes for a stronger character arc.
Okay. Now, since you guys played the game, do we care about the tribe that the
Scars?
Yeah, the Scars?
Yes.
Okay. They're going to be important in season 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're tangentially they will. They're going to be pretty important when it relates to a subplot that should have a lot of room for them to explore in a full-on season. But I would highly recommend playing through it yourself. So then you can be like, what in the world did they do with Ellie?
I totally got it once I played the game.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I do like that they are taking the material more seriously when they're translating it to the screen, and we're not getting like Street Fighter the movie anymore, those kind of displays, you know what I mean? Like take, and obviously Street Fighter is a little silly, but like if you're going to take a really good story, like give it its proper due and translate it in a way that respects the material and the fans.
Michael Solis says, I didn't like Abby in the game. Playing those parts were hard just because of the Joel PTSD, but just seeing the scenes in season 2 that made her a lot more likable. Are you talking about in the TV series? That's interesting because I totally feel. I think it's because we got to spend more time with Ellie. I think they might, like, she's like on a path of revenge in the game, very straightforward. But I thought the character development moments for Ellie didn't make her more likable, and the way they arranged some stuff in the show didn't work as well as it did. This specifically the whole Dina, hey, I'm with child scene that did not play out as well as it did in the game.
Mm.
And I'm like, what in the world?
I am with Michael on that though. I had the Joel PTSD as well, and as soon as I started playing Abby, I'm like, what is this?
Oh, it's too absolutely.
And I'm thinking it's gonna be one of those like little quick, you just
Oh no, sir.
Like 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, when is this ending? So I feel you on that, Mike. I feel you on that one. I was not happy about playing it, Abby.
I came around on Abby when the subplot kicked in. Because I was like, what's going on? But the subplot really turned me around on her. And then knowing what's going to happen to these bonds that she's set up and developed is like, oh, okay. And then it was like, man, I can't believe old Ellie, what she's going to do in all this.
But
all right,
that was the thing. Is like, I was like, I can understand that. But what you did to Joel,
it's unforgivable.
If you'd done the quick and easy, I could understand. But
right.
You had to go there.
Yeah.
And
one other thing, did you like the way the game played that out? Because I really like that one more than we saw it in the show from the beginning. So how it's who's we're just kind of getting Abby cold, and then it's like she's getting saved and rescued, and then it's like, oh, and this is Joel, huh? Joel? Oh, there's none of that. Hey, we're on our way to get to Joel. I thought they did that so much better in the game.
Well, I felt like a gut punch because I didn't expect it. So
yeah. So that was definitely one where I feel like knowing what's going to happen playing the game definitely can influence how I take all the characters. Because I went in not liking Ellie from the show, and then like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, so I was not as like, Ellie's the best. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm tolerating her because you absolutely need to get this get back for Joel. And then as I played through the second half, which was the fresh, new, original content to me, I was like, oh, okay. I can definitely see more of this from Abby's perspective. So I can see them both equal. And especially since I didn't come into the game liking Ellie. Michael Solis, Jeff, you knew what was going to happen. I played the game fresh. I thought we were going to play Ellie because Joel was old, not because he was gone. Yeah. And they kind of tease you with that in the first game where it's like, oh shoot, is Joel dead here? So yeah. Oh man, you missed the party, Ski Raider. We were like, all right, so that got me thinking really long way around that. Like, there's some video games still that haven't been touched, and we're getting all this, superhero movie fatigue. All right, well, we see the random video games, and I feel like they're getting better. They're not the total, why did you even bother that we got for so many years? But there's some really, really great video games that, if done right, could be awesome movies. And really, if they could just dish the stigma of, it's a video game, we're not paying any attention. I think Last of Us really helped remove some of that. But I feel like there's some movies that if they did them justice according to the game, they could be right up there, not just like for, MTV Movie Awards. Some of these movies, because we know they love a good Western, could walk away with an Oscar because they're such great stories.
Right.
And if they get a Grand Theft Auto 5, that could be Heat. And, like a multi-layered version of Heat with, just let Michael Mann get 3 hours to direct the Grand Theft Auto 5 movie. I could easily see them going, and the best picture is Grand Theft Auto 5. So what are some of those other movies that you all think would make for other awesome video games would make for great movies?
How long do we have to limit ourselves?
Why don't you give me your first two, then Jason give me his first two, and we'll just keep alternating from there.
All right. Well, I got many, but I'm gonna start with BioShock. And I would say that is like 1, 2, and 3. 3 actually being the best. And I say that because that is one of the few games where days after I beat it, I was still thinking about the end and what a story that was. BioShock. And the crazy thing is BioShock 1 and 2, they're good. They're good games. But if you play through BioShock 3 and get to the end, it actually makes you go back and look at the first two games because it gives you something you didn't know about the first two games. It actually gives you a completely different perspective on them and wraps all three of them up. So as a collection, the thing is 1 and 2 are good games. 3 is just it's just the best. So if you have the time to play through all 3, if not, just play the third one. But
no, man, if you said it pays off or something on the first 2, I'm gonna play the first 2. Now, can I play this on my PS4?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it came out on PS3. I want.
Oh, okay.
So they remastered them. They remastered them. But
excellent.
Yeah, excellent story. And not to be too long in the tooth, but the third one deals with like racism, identity. It has multiverse in it. I mean, it is very progressive for a video game.
Is it a first-person shooter?
It is. And just to give you an example, when you first get to the city, you're walking into this carnival, and there's a mixed race couple on the stage, and they hand you a tomato to throw at the couple. So you can throw it at the couple, or you can throw it at the announcer. And then that's really when the story kicks off right from there.
Oh, wow.
It deals with race like in your face, like
nice.
Not subtle about it. So that would be, they could easily make that a show.
So what are you thinking? Like a show or movie trilogy? We get let Michael Bay direct it.
To be honest with you, it's too much to do in a show. I think it would take too long, but a trilogy would be perfect. And a trilogy, again, they would have to cut a lot, but they could get the spirit of it. They might even be able to do it in one if they did like a long, it'd have to be like a 3-hour movie.
Like Rebel Moon?
Yeah, like Rebel Moon, right?
Zack Snyder to direct it. Okay.
Yeah, just better writing.
All right, that's solid. Jace, what you got, bro? Shot?
My first one, maybe one that's already about to come out is a property, but God of War 1. Not the sequels, but God of War where Kratos is going just ham. He's got straight, I mean, especially being a fan of the old 80s action movies, Kratos was a kind of a throwback video game character for me. Hey, you did this? I'm coming for you, Zeus. Just you going straight forward to Zeus, and that is a movie. I mean, it won't have the satisfying ending that you do in the video game, but it still, I think, would make a fun movie. You could make, I mean, using the Olympians, just kind of putting a good budget behind. I think it'd be a really fun movie.
And that's another one where, there's so many great video games and sequels where God of War could really spawn like a whole universe because they could do the fast forward deal where it's like, here's Kratos and Atreus. And there's so much what they could do with that too. I wonder if that's one where they could pull off and make it work as a show and do like a Game of Thrones style.
Yeah, I think that there's, again, I don't know if there's been percolating that they're trying to do.
It's time.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be hard for them to like portray the over-the-top power of Kratos in a show? Because
it would be hard almost to do it in a movie, but it's a show that you see him building up to acquiring all this power. I think would be, because especially do it not a binge format, but week to week, where did you see him when he took out this character? Oh, he took out the Minotaur. That fight was crazy. Right. Just that week to week would build really well.
Like a mini boss fight to end every episode or mid-season finale deal?
Probably mid-season, like those really good ones. When Medusa, I think fights Medusa. It's been a while since I seen.
Yeah, he does fight Medusa because then you get the head and you can like turn them.
Oh yeah. You start being a jerk with Medusa's head. I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, you look at some of the Netflix movies and their budgets are crazy. I could see like a filmmaker who can figure that out on the cheap and make it work. I think they could do that. And yeah, that doesn't sound crazy.
I think you might have to scale it back a little bit just because, like,
we want to make it more realistic.
Right,
Exactly. You can't have an over the top character fighting the guys. We've got to tone it down, make it more grounded.
You got to make it more realistic. A guy's going to kill the guys. Yeah, that's
right.
I mean, technically, we need. Oh gosh, some of those fights with how he acquires those powers. Yeah, those kind of fun. I mean, how he gets the wings on his back. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I don't know if they're ready to see that one on anything beside a TV platform.
David Thanos says, "Give me a Tecmo Bowl video game with Bo Jackson running around."
Hey,
we picked that play.
Videos of Madden now. I'm just like, I hate you. I don't even know if I want to play this freaking Madden. Gosh,
why is that?
They're making this game your defense is just going to be impossible to score against. It's going to suck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lawson. I used to think Tomb Raider made for a good film. Then I got years of proof that it really
wasn't. Lawson dropping some gems tonight.
Well, what is the deal with that? Like, that should be easy to make a good movie.
So should Uncharted. Uncharted should have been easy. I mean, it basically was a movie in video game form, and they couldn't get that right.
Well, I mean, first off, they hired Mark Wahlberg, and I'm like, yo, why do we see? Their problem was they went with a young Drake. Like, no, Drake is like in his 30s or 40s. He can't be a young, sprightly lad. He's got to have seen the world a little bit and just
have some wisdom about it.
Yeah, it was like, why go with the Uncharted prequel before we had like 4 or 5 Uncharted movies? And they are movies. I like the movie, but it's just like, why did you go this direction with it? When there is so much more that would have worked.
Because they were thinking about making Mark Wahlberg the star, and then they decided that probably wasn't a great idea, and then they decided to go with Tom Holland. From a bankable perspective, it's all right. Just do this. And Uncharted, to me, I enjoy Uncharted. I don't know why I don't own that movie, but I enjoyed it.
It was visually.
It just didn't find an audience, just for some reason.
The some reason is this is an easy movie. It's not like God of War where it's like, okay, y'all can't do that justice. This is a dude. It's like, hey, it's an Indiana Jones. The elevator pitches it's an Indiana Jones with more of a slacker character, and he's got a mentor figure who's older. How can we Hollywood this up? Make him younger? Okay, let's do it. Like, that was the only thing.
Think of how many times Sully helps him out in the video game, and just no, we're not gonna have him do that. Because I remember playing the first Uncharted, and I'm just like, this is a layup, Hollywood. I mean, just like it didn't. Oh, yeah, we're not talking about that. That's one of mine.
I would watch Metal Gear for sure, but I wanted to embrace the weird Psycho Mantis. Like he starts controlling the screen. That'd be fun.
Your theater seat.
I mean, you know what I loved about that is if you had other Konami games on your memory card, Psycho Mantis would actually like, oh, I see you like Castlevania. It's like, get out of my game system. That was fun.
Mark A says it's too late for Double Dragon. Scott Wolf and Alyssa Milano are in it because it's streaming. But that's another one that's like two brothers fighting a gang. It's like, how hard? They can still make that and make it work.
I mean, that was basically Big Trouble in Little China,
Again, that could work too. I mean,
you can remake that one, just don't call it that because then I'll be mad. Oh, yeah.
Winter Cell. That's one. Like, that one is so basic and so simple. It's like, why have you not done this yet?
Because then we'd Hollywood it up and then make it convoluted and nonsensical. Duh.
MLC Turtle. I would if I were single. Punch my brother for Alyssa Milano. Sorry, bro.
If you're on the Charm cast, I think you probably would have. But
Random 49ers team says, I'll take it.
now, what's yours, bro?
Oh, well, one of mine was Grand Theft Auto. Another one, and my dear friend Jamlin also mentioned it, but Red Dead Redemption. That is easy. And all you have to do is watch or play the game, then make a Western movie. They don't even, I feel like that is almost impossible, even for Hollywood, to mess up.
But you know,
do you want us to change it?
It's like you look at GTA and you look at a movie like, I don't know, To Live and Die in LA, right? Or you look at Red Dead and you look at, High Noon. Like there's those movies kind of exist, that I think those games came from, right? But like if you did like God of War, like there's really nothing like that. That's what I would love to see, something like that.
But the thing is, like Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption are some of the most popular video games ever. And Hollywood has no originality anyway. And hey, we can remake this and we can put a video game title on it. It's easy. I mean, they love
the humor and the action.
Yeah, I mean, they live for this stuff, and it's right there. Like Uncharted, Tomb Raider. These should be franchises we're like, oh my gosh, are they making another Uncharted? They're making another Tomb Raider. Where's originality, Hollywood? Instead, they're one and done. It's like, how did this happen? And Siphon Filter, yes, absolutely.
I would like to see something like Alan Wake, something that you haven't really seen on, there have been some movies like Alan Wake, though, like that talk about like the writer, the Dark Rider, or whatever. Stephen King did one, or whatever. But I would love to see like an Alan Wake or a Metro. I don't know if you've ever played Metro Exodus. It's like it's based on a Russian novel where like the outside world is radiated. So in the game, you can only be outside for a short period of time, and you have to like repair your gear and stuff, and all your weapons are like makeshift, and you're traveling through like the tunnels of Russia under like the snow and stuff like that.
In Russia, our tunnels are made of really bad pipes.
They are. There's mutant rats and all kinds of. If you get a chance, check it out.
I'm not playing a game with mutant rats.
The other one I had was Deus Ex. I don't know if you ever played that game, but that was like, it was kind of like, I'm trying to think about something. It was a first-person shooter, but it wasn't just a shooter. Like you could be a hacker. It was almost like I don't want to say kind of like the Matrix, but it had that vibe, a Matrix vibe, and just very stylized. Like all of the architecture was like Art Deco, and it was like Art Deco architecture in this futuristic world. That would be a great show. That would be a great show. So.
I'm loving these ideas you're bringing, because it's games that I haven't even played. That sounds fun.
I have to put you on, bro.
You got to, man. Because much like movies and TV shows, there's a slew of video games yet to be played. All right, bro, Shot, what's next for you?
My next one is going to be Castlevania Lord of Shadows. This is not the original Castlevanias that we used to grow up on in Super Nintendo. This is a PlayStation one where they reimagined the story of it's been long enough. They reimagined the story of Dracula. It's really cool. And it is, once you get to it, you're just like, wait, that's who I'm playing? I didn't understand this. And so there's a point of no return. You're just like, oh shoot, I did not understand what I was doing. Not as much like Last of Us, but it is, oh shoot, I think we've crossed the Rubicon and we're screwed. And it really makes it made for a really good movie. So I think that would be one to be fun.
Cool.
I'm not sure if you're being serious. Pickle, young Kratos tiding the farm in the last episode. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna fight the gods."
Man,
Mark A. Says Metro would be a fun movie. A lot of solo dark horror scares, alien style.
yeah.
Well, Gangnam
That is one of
style.
my favorite games. Like,
Yeah, that's one that would be a fun movie.
mm.
Streets of Rage would be good if Wes Anderson did it. Everyone could just be kicking over trash cans to find soda and foods and sporting mohawks.
We actually have Streets of Rage. We actually downloaded that on the PS4. Shay's like, "Oh,
Awesome.
you guys made this? Oh, $5? Sign me up."
Yeah, so fun. Casey Catanzaro, yeah, and WWE released her. That was lame.
Oh wow.
Tomb Raider seems like a layup, but yeah. How
How did the new one go? I didn't see the one with the girl from
Alicia Vikander?
Yeah.
It was fine. Their big problem is they can't figure out a way to make it special, and because we're in an era where there's so many superhero women, that Laura Croft just being a regular skilled archaeologist who can shoot some guns isn't that exciting. She's not a girl boss, and it's just
That's why
kind
the
of.
ballerina didn't do as well.
Hey, listen, I will stand up and defend Ballerina. Ballerina is dope. Did you see it?
I haven't. I want to see it though.
I knew you had that movie because she takes a beating. It's not like this. I beat you down because I'm a woman. She is getting beat down. And it's like, yeah, okay. And her fights, it's great stuff. Love that movie. Nathan Drake should be the new Indiana Jones. Exactly.
Yeah, they shouldn't need to go and revisit Indiana Jones. It should be Nathan Drake was easy there.
I thought Tomb Raider was a good movie as well until I realized it's just like Angelina Jolie.
When they announced it was Angelina Jolie, it was like, yeah, you at least know what you should do with this character. But yeah, didn't work out.
I like the remake too. She's more fun than those movies have done. Yes, please get him out of Hollywood. Relic Hunter. Ugh, that show was bad. Metal Gear, Jensen Ackles. Yeah, I like it. Like that casting choice. Give me a Devil May Cry movie. Yeah.
On my list. Now, I tried to watch what was it? I tried to watch the Netflix show. I hated animation. Animation killed me in 5 seconds. Yeah. But Devil May Cry is definitely, especially Devil May Cry, is it 2 or 3 where they introduced
Virgil?
Virgin.
That's the one I'm like, yeah, sign me up for that. Is a show. I mean, is a movie.
This is too young. Snake Eater would be an awesome storyline for a Metal Gear Solid movie, especially the remake. Haven't they already done Splinter Cell already?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like I would have watched it if they did. No, and if I didn't, that must mean it was terrible.
Everybody wants to do.
Speaking of easy layups, this is a really easy one. Is like Warhammer 40K, and I say that's a layup because they've already done so much stellar animation. They just did that one secret level.
That's what they are?
What's that?
I just said that's what they are.
What are?
He's trying hard to hide the way they feel.
They did a short.
Because what they feel is oh so real.
What's that?
Because what they feel is oh so real.
Yeah, exactly. Have you watched any of the secret levels?
No, I haven't. Oh. What is it on to watch?
I think it's on Prime.
Oh, because a second I thought you were going to say Saturn.
You got to check those out. They're all good. But the one they did on 40K it just blew me away. Yeah, Deus Ex, that would be amazing. I agree with you.
What about Suikoden? Soul Reaver.
Oh my gosh, man. You guys are taking me back today.
Yes.
I'm saying I think Ninja Gaiden would be a really cool one.
That would be.
Good job, Nick. And I think I'm talking with Ninja Gaiden. I'm thinking NES version, not the overly complicated Super Ninja version. Give me 2 fireballs and 2 ninja shadows knocking things. Sign me up for those.
Yeah, I don't understand how the Hitman films didn't work either.
Mark Wahlberg.
No, he was Max Payne. Which
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, boy, that was one screen. That was a later screening than normal. Wasn't it like 10:30 or something?
Bullshit.
Gosh, man, I was so mad leaving. I was like, how did they let Mark Wahlberg do this movie?
Right. And that's the same studio that did Alan Wake. That should have been an easy one.
You did not get it.
I did not get it.
It's when because I know I've noticed half the time. Sometimes you'll lay up something, you'll throw something in there. You don't hear it. Because like if you had headphones, you would catch it, but you don't hear it. And then when you watch the replay, it's like, okay, I got you. All right.
Maybe Cassidy Sweeney is Tomb Raider. Well, she's got to stay in jeans now, apparently. So no shorts. Relic Hunter had his moments though. Her sidekick Nigel was annoying though. Oh, I remember Relic Hunter. Yeah, he was annoying. Trying to think why to move the streams.
Oh man, kidding.
I'm
gonna go watch the YouTube tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You still got a few more hours left today.
Oh, that's real. That's okay.
It was a fastball.
Like, boom, oh, wow.
Oh, Michael Solis women. So he can't work as Laura because Laura doesn't wear jeans; she wears khakis. Max Payne was about Mark Wahlberg's ego. It was terrible.
Terrible.
Gosh, I was so mad at that. That one.
Because the funny thing is, you were excited.
I was,
it, and then you're like, "Well, maybe Mark Wahlberg won't screw this, just possibly." And then it's like, no,
he did. And I was like, "You big dummy, you." All right, well, let's see. Half-Life. Wow, they ain't gonna do it because they're lazy. Half-Life, Dead Space.
Dead Space is an easy one. That would be a great show.
It's amazing. Outside of God of War, we're like, maybe the budget's too much. Everything else is easy.
Story's already.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can have Seth Rogen workshop them up for us. All right. Well, it is 10:14. It's crazy that Mark Wahlberg's best movie is Fear. His best movie is The Italian Job. And that's because of everyone else around him, and he happens to be in it.
His best movie is The Good Guys.
That's your wife? No, the other guys.
No, seriously, who is that?
The deadpan on that was funny. I like Wahlberg in The Big Hit. I still haven't seen Borderlands. I just want to keep it. Man, there's so many. Boogie Nights. Is that because of him or because of other people? Because that's always the thing with him. He's good in movies when he has a good ensemble. All right. It is 10:15. I don't know where our time went, but it is that magical time for our nominations for Dummies of the Week. Roshat, why don't you kick us off with your nomination?
I do not have a dummy of this week.
Oh, boo, and boo. You didn't hear about Drake seeking Kendrick Lamar's contract?
What?
Yes. Drake just refuses.
Okay. I mean, this isn't, and I'm dating ourselves, but when LL Cool J was going against Cool Mo D, they at least were going back and forth. Oh, you got me that one. But there'd be a little time. Okay, I get Drake. You've lost so completely There's no get back unless you buy the record label that Kendrick's on, and then you stop him from ever making music again. Unless that happens, it's over. I mean, you had a worldwide Grammy of the Record of the Year diss track against you. It's time to just say, I'm going to listen to what they told Tupac. If you want to make money in music, just make rap for the women. Just stop anything else. You don't need to be hard. You don't need to be beefing with anybody. Just say, hey, I'm rapping for the ladies. I'm rapping for TikTok. That's all I'm doing. I'm out.
But no, he just keeps digging. And it's like, why are you doing this? Please stop.
He doesn't know what else.
He did. He did.
Mo D destroyed him.
And he just kept making stuff and made movies and TV shows, and people were like, "Cool Mo who?"
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kendrick Lamar back to back. Yeah. Nort, Chuck, do you have a nomination?
You know, only one comes to mind, and I just happened to see this afternoon. A young man heated up a can of soup on the stovetop in the can. And you can imagine
hilarity ensued.
Yeah, hilarity ensued.
Did he at least take the top off?
No, he didn't, bro. And
how's it gonna get hot if you pop the top? You just need to hit the deck.
He thought it was just gonna open, like he just put the can on the stove and it just like, I guess, gently open up. Oh. He's like, wow, this can seems like it's deforming. I'm not really sure what's going on. He starts messing with the lid.
Oh God!
I mean, he had pretty bad burns. Yeah, that thing exploded.
I gotta feel like I'm not sorry on this one.
I was sitting next to my daughter and I said, "This is why critical thought is so important. You know, you really gotta think through an idea. Like, did he not go to chemistry? Did he miss his chemistry class?
Did he not read the instructions on the can?
Yeah,
Open can. Pour ingredients in a saucepan or big bowl.
Just say I was really high and didn't read the instruction and I really wanted some soup.
I think he wanted to introduce the life hack.
Because I got high. Because I got high.
Jeez. All right. Well, Chuck, it's always awesome having you hang out with us, man. Hopefully
I appreciate
it won't be too long,
bro. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna go check that YouTube video so I can get that joke that I missed.
And I'll send you the actual song reference too.
Send me the
Bro Shot as always. Thank you. And then let's give a roll call to everybody hanging out with us tonight. Blake Tarpley, MOC Turtle, Jamelin Parks, Skew Raider, Fire, Mark A. Hello. Michael Solis, King Collector, David Thanos, Snake Eyes, Snow Glare,
MOC Turtle,
Maurice Phillip. Let me see. Is that everybody? I think I got everybody. I don't remember.
Left in to Lion, BK.
Hey, in the building. And
Rick Cage, GL.
Right. Thank you. And I think that's everybody. All right. Tomorrow, of course, it's the big show. And we'll be doing a regular live until 10 o'clock. And then I will be coming back to Lawson. I'm so sorry.
I was going to say,
Lawson. What's happening now, Jamelin?
That's Danielle from Good Times.
It just hit you in the head too? Did it hit you in the head too? So what's happening now? So hey, boy.
It's been a long day, bro.
It must be. See y'all tomorrow and has up to 12,000. Nothing goes over my head. My skills are too big. They should have you on here, Michael. So they're getting hit. No, I know. I was messing with them. Absolutely. I mean, this is a weird thing about getting old. People who weren't that old when you were growing up watching are not here anymore. And it's like weird, especially like watching Final Destination, Bloodlines, and seeing Tony Todd. Like, oh no. Boy. So, yes. Gang, thank you so much. Tomorrow, regular time, then 11:30. Back doing it all over again, seeing the progress and the process of this HasLab Snowcat as it creeps on along to hitting all those tiers. So, gang, thank you as always. Appreciate y'all for watching. This episode of Those Movie Files has been filed.